Now it's good.
Okay.
Yeah. How long have you been in Nashville for?
2018.
Wow, 7 years?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
It doesn't
right.
seem like that long.
Actually, I think we won Hermosa, and then I moved out. I was gone.
You and
Me and
Theo?
Theo.
Okay.
Yeah. We won that Hermosa, and I was staying here, and they had come and picked up our cars to leave during that time, and right after that tournament, gone.
Man, I can't believe it's been 7 years.
Neither can I, man.
Yeah. Does it seem slow or fast that you've been there?
Man, I don't know. It's hard to say. So many things have happened since then. So
Yeah.
it's but we love it. You know, we got there and never looked back. My
Yeah.
wife loves the heat. People complain about the humidity and heat, and she loves it. Did take her till this past year, and when I was like, is there going to be a year where you don't complain about the cold? And this year she actually did it.
I'm right there.
She was like, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So it took a while for that, but we love the heat and the humidity. Good for old bones, you know.
Yes.
How's like with Hyden Beach though? Like I'm curious, how did that start? Like
Well, I had planned on playing a couple of years and keeping my name kind of out there, so when I moved, I could start something and people still knew who I was. And the plan was to coach. And then there was a dad that kind of brought us to the area. Had two daughters that played, and he had a court in his backyard, so I started there. And girls would just come in, and I'd run a practice and training sessions. And the goal was to find a place to put a couple courts in and start a club.
Yeah.
I didn't come up with Hyden Beach.
Okay.
I was thinking of a name, but then I just left it up to Robin,
The boss.
as usual, right? Okay, so she went with that, and you know that's where we got going.
Cool. How's it been?
It's been good. It's tough. You know, there's a couple indoor teams there that are really big. One of them doesn't want their players playing. You know, they're kind of a cattle call, and they don't want their girls going off anywhere. They might lose money. And the other one loves it. They're like, go play, because they know when they play beach and they come back, they're much better players.
I've never understood. I mean, I kind of get like sort of the argument from indoor coaches that don't want their kids to play beach, like injuries or overuse or whatever. But then when you think about it for more than half a second, it doesn't make sense not to let your kids play beach.
Also, look at the proof is in the pudding with a lot of the indoor people who have played both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I was even more beach, but I went straight from the beach to indoors every day growing up, and I could feel like when I didn't play beach, I felt slower or like
Less dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, you just feel so much faster when you go from sand to indoor. It's simple, and it's not really a huge load on your body except for like muscle load, which is good.
Yeah, it's more muscle, and then indoors all joints and tendons, right?
Yeah,
so it's, and the problem is, I think too, and we can get into a whole nother animal here, is indoor, it's such a cash cow, and they're like year round now almost. It's crazy. And the clubs are fighting each other, and they're like, oh, okay, well, our tryouts are now 2 weeks earlier. Oh yeah, well, ours is a week before yours. And it's like, it's just, they just finish and they have tryouts 3 weeks later. It's insane. And it's just overload. Unfortunately, you know, most of the parents don't know. We've all been through it. But like my kid, I'll know when it's overload and you ain't doing it. That's just a thing. And there's a fear of missing out and all that. And it's unfortunate. You know, it's not just volleyball, but it's basketball, baseball. You know, kids are getting burnout and overuse.
Has there been a temptation to, like, go over to the indoor side? Like, I got to imagine you're the only indoor Olympian in the whole state of Tennessee.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. But
People
ask me all the time about starting it, and I'm like, I can't. It's too loud. The screaming, the screeching of shoes, the whistles. Like, you know,
I remember.
All the time. We'd walk by.
He wasn't yelling at the refs back in the day because of the call they were making. He's like, man, you got to blow that whistle so loud.
Yeah, so loud.
Scolding them.
So loud. I don't know.
Like, as your work wife and a beach coach, I'm gonna go with no. You're not thinking about indoor.
No,
ever.
never. No.
Never.
But that's
gentlemen.
a huge
Thanks,
part
Charlie.
of it,
Let's
though.
keep that one in the can.
It's
all
like,
right?
I can't handle. And then there's a lot of politics with, you know, players and favoritism and all that. And then for me, like, it's hard for me to have 100 girls or whatever in 15 different teams and not be a part of it. Like I want to be there for each one of them, and that would just be overload for me. So
Yeah. How many players do you have now, like total at Hyden Beach?
it's hard to say. We get a huge influx, and our biggest part of the year is like right after fall ball ends for indoor.
Okay.
And that's like mid-October. They all come out because we usually go to ECCs, East Coast
Okay.
Championships,
Yeah.
and that's over Thanksgiving. So we get a ton for juniors and juniors elite,
Okay.
which are the higher level girls, and then the girls that the juniors are basically girls new to it or younger. But we get a huge influx, and I'll have like maybe like 15 to 20 girls at the junior elites, and then about the same for the juniors during
Okay.
that time. Right now, going into August, maybe I'll get 4 to 6 girls at practice because fall ball's starting.
Yeah.
So it's only the pure beach now.
Yeah.
So it goes in waves.
Yeah. Do they still do ECCs? Is that in Clearwater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do they do it at the Sheraton?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Sand Key.
The worst beach in the
It's
world.
basically a gym floor with dust on it.
I played in shoes last time I played
Yeah,
there.
that's what I tell my kids to do all the time. I tell them to do that all the time.
gosh.
Like you
Yeah.
should play with shoes and with like the ankle support,
Yeah.
whatever's not like it's crazy there.
The thing is, like, it's over. I leave so far every year. I leave on Thanksgiving to go to that tournament.
Yeah.
Because it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And a lot of the coaches go there. So I'm there to talk to them. And they all say, I don't know why I'm at this tournament. You can't tell because it's like hard court. So everybody's jumping super high. And I'm like,
Right.
then why are you here? Like, if you're not coming, then I'm not coming because we pick the tournaments that there's going to be coaches at so I
Yeah.
can talk to them. I
Right.
go, hey, Travis, come over to this court and watch this girl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, every year it's the same thing. They're like, why am I here? I'm like, why are you here?
Yeah.
We have this conversation every year.
Yeah, and college coaches don't ever want to see highlights from ECCs.
Yeah, because it's a different
Because it's
sport.
not a beach,
It's a
and you're
different
like,
sport.
it's not. Yeah, it's not relative to beach.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, I've got to send all my, I'm going to send my emails and my highlights, and I'm like, don't do it. Like,
Yeah.
there's no point in it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Nicole, you said that we were talking before the show. You said you were pretty much running a clinic every week.
Every single week. So basically, for 10 and a half months straight, I am running a private camp in some state, somewhere in America. I'm in 22 states, basically. So every single weekend, I fly out on Friday.
That is
I
a
do
grind.
an 8-hour day on Saturday and Sunday. And then I fly out on Monday, and then I coach at our club in Atlanta during the week. So I do that for 10 and a half months straight. Once I survive July, because I'm a whole month here. And then as soon as I'm done with the nationals here, like this week at the end of AVPs, I've got to go to Chula Vista to do USA camp for NTDP. Then that ends August 3rd. And then I take 6 weeks off. That's my sabbatical for mental time.
Yeah.
But this year I only have 4 weeks.
Yikes.
But
that's where
I'm
Hyden
going to
comes in.
Australia for world champs.
Oh,
in
sweet.
November.
So your
I'm
break
getting
from
my
beach
6
volleyball
weeks.
is to go watch beach volleyball.
That's what I do every single year. I was in Germany last year in Hamburg. Like, yeah, I am.
She's the self-proclaimed volley dork.
okay.
I am.
She's Evie's counterpart.
I am. I am.
One of those.
We're the same.
Evie knows everything about volleyball. She's on the women's side and knows
got it.
everything.
I actually know everything
Her
about
and Evie
all
get together and
volleyball.
it's like all
We
volley.
just
I'm
talked
like,
today.
oh my
I just
god.
ran into him today, and it was like we just tried to say hi, and it was like 20 minutes of like falling down a wormhole.
They're like walking away, and,
Still
Yeah,
talking.
we did. Like,
and then they
He's
run
like,
into
I've gotta
Ed
put- I've
Keller,
gotta
and
put
it's
money
just
in.
a full tornado.
it's bad. It's bad. And it's still like, I'm the biggest volley nerd ever. So I watch every single FIVB. I don't miss volley. If I'm not coaching
That's
it,
good.
I'm watching it. So
ins-
I'm always
it's
listening
insane.
to you. I
Travis
love that you
is-
and Kyle are there.
Cool.
That
Travis
makes
is
me
my
so
volley
happy.
nerd. You know?
Yeah.
Every good
Yeah.
business needs a,
Right?
a
Everyone
nerd.
needs a nerd.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You guys are gonna sit here and talk after this,
I
aren't
know.
you?
I'm super excited
Yeah.
because I can talk about all of my new international teams that I'm excited about. Because I got a little hurt this year about some of the breakups with some of the newly formed teams.
Who are you excited about?
We have a whole dinner after this for
I'm-
that. But we also have time. Travis
Like
is
Kodafava
let's get
and
into
Nikolai were like my
Yeah.
team, and I was so sad that Nikolai especially since in the last 2 years he started like split blocking some and just doing some crazy moves. And now
Nikolai's split
he's,
blocking?
he's gone.
Well,
Is it wait not split? What's it called?
he's
Pin,
the
what's
head.
the
Swing
indoor
blocking.
block?
Oh,
Swing blocking.
Swing blocking. Yeah,
Swing
okay.
block.
I was
See,
like,
I don't know anything. I hate indoor. Sorry, I hate indoor. So he started swing blocking like
Yeah.
2 years ago
We
because
needed
we had to do
catch up with
something,
Sweden, yeah.
right, to answer the fast offense. So anyway, when he left, I was like, oh God, Sam, not with Nikolai. I love Sam, but I'm actually very happy with Del Corso. I was like,
Gianni's an athlete.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't.
am. I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
you're
I had no
gonna be
idea.
okay.
And then
Stall.
maybe
He's
the
just- yeah,
second
he's
big
tournament in, I was like,
skinny, but like,
okay,
strong.
Yeah.
I see
Bigger
it
than
now,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, we'll talk afterwards. There's lots to talk about
Yeah.
with me. Kyle knows I text him all the time because I'm such a nerd, and you guys are always there,
dork.
so I have to.
Yeah.
Volley
I'm
door.
the- I love volleyball.
Wait, so how did you guys come together and start working together?
You or me? Pina coladas.
Obviously,
That would've been my first
a lot of drinking by me, apparently.
Really? No. So his director at Hyden Beach, Courtney, I used to play against her. I've known her for 25 years probably. And so when he decided to start Hyden Beach, first of all, I sent people to you before you even know who I was because I was like, oh my God, John Hyden
I appreciate that.
is coaching. If I could be 16 and be coached by John Hyden, I would totally do it. So I sent you Ainsley.
Oh my
I
God,
sent
you
you
played with
girls.
Tri-Born.
That was it. God, are you? Yeah, no. So anyway, I had already sent him people, but then Courtney, who's his director, because I'm whatever. A lot of people know me in the juniors world, right? And a lot of people don't know him in the juniors world because juniors don't watch next level volleyball. They don't know who the people are. They don't know the AVP pros. They don't know the international players. It makes me literally insane. Anyway, so he needed to get his name out in the juniors world. So Courtney called me 5 years ago in Gulf Shores.
Something like that.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, we just
a
met
long, wonderful time, right, John?
So good.
Anyway, so we met and we had a meeting, and Courtney's like, "Can you just tell John like how to get his name bigger? Like, what do we need to do to make him be known by juniors?" And so I was already doing my camps, and my camps like I kind of designed. They're 2 8-hour days. They get a lot of specific things within that. They get a lot of slow-mo video, one-on-one coaching with the slow-mo video, stuff like that. It's kind of something I created. And so I was telling John, like, hey, you just need your gimmick and what's going to be special at your camps or whatever. So we had pina coladas because John loves coconut, and we only have pina coladas twice a year.
I may have had one.
I do too.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
What? Okay.
Just in
tired,
a
and then you
John.
drink mine.
beach setting, pina colada. Too
Yeah.
much sugar, so I gotta have my one.
Of course. So anyway, at the end of this very long 2-hour meeting, Courtney was like, "Can you just let John come to one of your camps and you can do one together, and he'll get it then?" And I was like, oh, "Fine." And then
And
that was
all
it.
hell broke loose. You want to do another one? You want to do
Oh,
another one?
come on. Well, I
Robin's the
used to do
boss.
them with
John
Troy
just shows
Field,
up.
Yeah.
but then Troy started going international, and then I was like, well, I guess I'll take an old, washed up,
An old
Washed
decrepit.
up.
decrepit
Yeah.
guy with bad knees. Everything hurts.
And she was still
Decent
amazed at
resume.
how fast I moved.
Except
all are.
for when we demo things, and now I demo them, and
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I can't do that.
I gotta warm up to demo things now. I can't just do it.
Give me a
Too
Or
many,
like, do a jump stop, and I'm like,
too,
John. and
too
he's
many
like,
times. Yeah, I do a jump stop, and I'm like, ooh, my hamstring. Damn.
So now I have to do them.
Okay, that was too fast. All right. So yeah, she demos and they're funny as hell, but because you're not warm, you're not ready, you know, it's like that.
I demo well.
So it's all good times. We have a very good
Husband-wife relationship.
yes,
Right.
yes. We
Since
banter.
Robin can't do the volleyball.
we banter
she just
well.
passes it off.
Yeah.
On the volleyball.
It's
court.
actually really entertaining for the kids because we are very hubby-wife, right? And there's a couple things that we do not agree on. Hard stance.
Just a couple.
Do not agree. Just a couple. But we really don't hold back anymore. We're just like, let everyone see our stuff.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
It works.
I roll. Yeah.
I think for the most part, you know, when she was doing it, she would do 6 to 8 kids, and then there was such a demand. It was like, well, let's do 2 coaches. You
Yeah.
know, we can get 16 kids and do 2 courts, and then I'm coaching them half the time. She's coaching, and we both have our courts, and we talk about what we're doing in the drill, and that way the girls are all getting both of us. You know,
And boys.
And
We
and
we
boys.
do boys too. 'Cause
She
we're
does
trying to
more
grow the
boys than me.
game.
because she does NDTP stuff.
Right.
But I've done some boys stuff.
And
That sounded weird. You've done boys camps.
Yeah, cut
Yeah,
that
cool.
out. Let's stop that.
Edit.
Stop that.
Edit button.
have you done any national development team stuff? Or no?
No.
I know you have. You've been
John
there for-
doesn't
I've
wanna
done
get
it
the
since the
call.
beginning of the
She
program.
always
I'm
tries
the
to get
only-
me to do
Okay.
it.
Yeah,
and I'm
I
like,
do.
ugh.
Can you, Nicole, can you explain, because I don't think a lot of people know what the USA National Development Team Program
Yes.
is or what it does or how it works.
Correct. It's basically the pipeline. It used to be HP back in the day, right? And then when COVID happened, they completely like redesigned how all of it works now. So it used to be like there would be tryouts and then you'd be part of the A1, A2, A3s or whatever. It was big. They changed all of it and now it's very specific. So only the top 24 or 16, depending on the time of year and where we have the camp at, only the 24 or 16 top of the entire country in that age group will be invited. Okay, so a lot of people get really confused about how you get invited to that. And now we have a scouting network. There's a national scouting network that you can find on USA Volleyball. Just Google National Team Development Program, Girls Scouts or Boys Scouts. And so the scouts, we go around and now thankfully we have it on Volleyball Life. They did such a great thing with us being able to just rate people. So, you can, let's say you're a parent and we're here at AVP and you're like, ooh, there's a scout. Brooke is a scout for girls, right? And you can be like, hey, can you rate my kid? And she can just go on her phone, watch her for a few minutes and then give her, it's a rubric rating that we use for USA Volleyball, and she can immediately turn in her rating, which is not the way it used to work. So Volleyball Life was awesome when they made this.
Right.
So the other way to get invited is to send basically like you would for recruitment, create a video of not highlights, a full set. That's the most important because highlights is cherry picking and you're just showing what you want to show. They need to see how bad you can be, right? So full set, and then writing to basically, I tell people to send to all of the scouts that are on the network and just say in the subject line, requesting a rating for NTDP. And then once we as the scouts send in our rating, that's all we get to do. USA puts them via the rating and whatever we say in there into their depth chart for USA, and then they invite on their depth chart. We never know. Like as an NTDP coach, I've been with them since the very beginning of the program. I'm the only coach that's been at every single camp that they've had except for 2 because I was in Dominican Republic winning a gold for the USA. And anyway, I'm proud of that.
Throw that in.
And anyway, so then they think, like people think, well, Coach Nicole, I know she put her rating for me. I should be invited to camp. And that's not the way it works. Like we have no idea who's coming to camp until we show up and we're like, oh, all right, well, here's our roster. So it's always a surprise. And like the girls, aren't you starting to do girl stuff? No?
Boys U21 with Alvaro.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you took my spot on that probably because you're you. Congratulations.
Messed up.
Got to start a podcast.
There's some tension on the pod now, Johnson.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Watch out.
So anyway, good for you. I'm glad that we're getting higher level coaches. Since I'm not a college coach, like it is what it is. But anyway, it's fine. I'm glad you're doing that. Thank God.
It's been
I
fun.
love that came up on the podcast. So you took my spot.
Yeah, so cool. Anyway,
You want me to go take his spot?
so that would be
I'll
great.
go take
Would
that
you?
from him.
That would be amazing. Actually,
know if I have any
if you
pull,
come
actually.
into USA Volleyball, they're just going to kick me out completely. There's not going to be any spots for me,
I guess
even
I
though I've
won't
been there
then.
since the beginning. And it's cool. It's
I
fine.
would guess I
It's
won't.
fine. It's fine.
Bring in one more old white guy.
That's,
That's what we need.
I didn't say it.
We won't get into that. Anyway.
Are we going back to your indoor national team days?
No, we don't need to go there.
Go way back.
Those stories have been told. Those stories are, yeah.
Those are great stories.
I think most people know how I feel. So we can move on. What's next?
Well, I'm actually really interested. You guys said you disagreed on some things. Have you? What? I'm really interested, John. So you probably had, because you were like a coach, you were like a manager player. I felt like when you were playing.
Coach.
All right, let's
You,
try it. I don't know.
Yeah, like,
Kind of.
How do you
You
feel?
kind of ruined me in some ways, maybe, because I got so comfortable just being like, well, there's no point in me trying to figure stuff out. Like, this guy's got it all figured out, so I'm just going to go and soldier mode.
I may,
But then it was
I
like,
may try lazy.
all right.
I don't know if lazy is a word I'd
Trevor's
use to
not
try.
quite communicating. He's not quite the communicator here. Like, you got answers in there, Trev? Like, I think I got some. All right.
Just block
Talk
more
every once in a
balls,
while.
get more aces,
Yeah.
then you'll win.
Simple.
Simple things.
My brain doesn't work.
You know, John, he's just like, win the side, you win. That's
have
it.
you like changed
Do
your
your job.
philosophy on anything from playing? Now that you've been coaching for 7 years.
It's definitely different with the girls.
Yeah.
The game's just different,
Yeah.
right? So I've had to learn the girls' game a little more and what works and what doesn't work compared to the men's side, stuff like that. And that's kind of some of the things where we disagree on, which is funny because I think girls can do anything guys can do, but she doesn't. So that seems a little opposite.
Well, I don't know a lot. We didn't train a lot of 6'5" girls with short arms and dainty hands. So
Okay, touche. But, learning the game and still, I don't know how you feel about this, but people still talk it. Oh, she's a 27 or 28. And I'm like, is that a freshman or a sophomore? I'm still working on freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and they throw out these numbers. So that throws me off. But, learning that girls' game and how it's different. And the girls' game, obviously, at a high school level is different than a college and a pro level. Right. So there's a lot of things that work at the high school level that wouldn't work at most college and pros. So, you got to teach them things and then move on from that. Hey, guys, that works a lot, but now we got to move on to this. And so there is a lot of that. And it works for the younger girls, freshman, sophomore, kind of junior. This will work, but now you're playing against bigger blocks. Like you got to have your angles and hit 70% instead of 100% and stuff like that. So there's a lot of navigating that. I think I've caught up on it though.
I think like the things that we at the beginning, like 5 years ago, that we really, really strongly disagreed on were because you're a man and you've been playing men's volleyball.
A man.
You are a man. Sometimes.
Okay, I could be delicate.
But you are delicate. You're a delicate flower. So I think that we have been really actually good for each other because he has changed my perspective, which I had a very staunch perspective on a lot of things. So I have adopted a lot of your stuff. You've adopted a lot of my stuff. Like it's a good
That's
synergistic.
Been good. Yeah. Coaching coaches, coaching each other.
Yeah, I think that we have, like, together as a team, we're just a really good coaching team. Like, really good. Things that we still disagree on, just my big one. This is our biggest one. It's never going to change with us. Yeah, is crossover serve receive with girls. Please do not do that. Because you're a fan. No, you like the crossover, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I hate it.
And she doesn't like it, but there are a lot of girls that...
Not a lot. Tall girls that can. Long leg girls.
So, there's some girls that can do it and they feel more comfortable and they're good at it. So 2%. Why not teach it to them? Yeah. That's, So
which I do agree with now that they should try.
She also really, really, really loves the pokey. So that's another...
You don't like pokes?
It's not that I don't like pokes. It's that I effing hate pokes. Okay? So they poke and they're like, "Haka!" And you're like, okay, literally you just gave him 20 minutes. Side note, you couldn't handle it. You poked it out. It didn't even come close to landing in the... Like, if you're Brazilian and you're born poking or Hawaiian, right? A lot of the Hawaiian women especially, they're undersized. Yeah. They can poke and put it anywhere. Yeah. Most girls cannot do that, and it's god awful. So open your hand and control the ball. That's all.
You can't like caress it and like take a little off and control how much
you hit like this or you
redirect it and like.
But that's the thing is
and then it's just always gonna come off hard.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times girls just don't, like, they're just not taught how. Yeah, like, she actually let me do it at a camp. She's like, all right, I'll let you try and teach it.
I let him do it. You're welcome.
Well, we talk about things.
I love that you do it. I do it now, too.
We have to talk about things. But, the way I was teaching it, she's like, okay, that makes sense, and hopefully that helps them out. And, they tend to get it. The problem is, for me, when I teach it, they always drop that elbow, and you can't do that. Like the pokey has to come from the lat and the shoulder, and then a little pop on it. And girls, if you go out there, it's like this, and then like this, and it's like they just don't know how to do it. And I think, obviously, within time and repetition, they're gonna get good at it, and it's valuable. Like it comes up in the game, and if you're going to do it, you better do it right.
Right, but it's like the drop, like you can drop shot much better with your hand and pushing over it than you can with your knuckle unless you're pulling down on it.
Me personally,
There's like certain
Girls.
random people.
Okay,
though.
girls.
Girls.
Certain random people that just have like Kelly Clay is probably the best in the world.
She's
with her
pretty dang
poking.
good with the poke,
Yeah.
especially
Like,
like
you're
on
almost
two.
like
It's
maybe
crazy.
don't even
Yeah.
put your hand on it. That thing is so controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It
there's
is.
some guys that are like, I actually used to be like that. My game's evolved, but like, I used to do the little Statue of Liberty drop shot right
Yeah.
over the baby line,
Yeah.
yeah.
like all the time. And then I played against like Doherty. I think he started just swatting in my face. I was like, all right,
I'm just gonna wait
Okay,
here.
maybe
that's a
not.
little
Yeah.
high.
But you didn't. You
Wait
could have
for
gone
it.
under it. Didn't you didn't go under his hand with
I mean,
it?
I went all over.
Okay.
on
But
that
like
block,
you know
but-
Kelly Bellardi for Stanford.
Yeah.
Like her, like she'll get set inside on 4 or 2, and she's got that pokey drop shot to the
Yeah.
line. That's like insane.
Yeah, it's
She's
good.
so good at it.
Can be good.
Yeah. So if you're good at it,
Just gotta
awesome.
develop.
How many people are good at it?
Well, they're not good because
practice it.
they're not trained in it.
I understand. I am training people in it.
Okay.
Side note, I have been putting it in my camps.
See?
See?
Yeah, you guys
See?
are come
See?
over.
You're learning.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's me learning from him. Oh, I
Jab. Like the jab all the time.
Was your jumbo a pokey? Mostly open hand, right? You did both.
It depends on the situation, man. If
I've
I
never
can't get,
seen anyone since jumbo as many people. When
it's so
Our first
it's such
Especially
a
on the
huge,
guy's side.
It's
Amen.
such a
but you
huge
knew
play
when to
that
do it
people don't
better
work.
than anyone.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning, it was just like automatic. They're just
Yeah.
they're just
Is there any better
stepping.
feeling than hitting a jumbo and seeing the defender just do that?
Buckle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
watch.
Freeze out.
Yeah.
or they back flop and still miss it?
Yeah.
That's the
Flips off her finger. Yeah. That's a great feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have my girls working on that all the time, hitting that jumbo.
Yeah.
Nobody's great at it, but you have to just
It's the
you
kind
got to
of-
use the
it
deep
seems
part
like
of the
the
court.
wrong.
Amen.
It seems like the wrong shot almost always until you hit it right.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that is a weapon.
Yeah.
But before that you get it down, you're like, this seems like terrible odds of me actually getting
Yeah.
a kill. And then if it comes up short, it's like
Then
the
it's
most
right in your
embarrassing
lap.
free ball ever.
Right. Right.
That was supposed to be a jumbo. Yeah. You're just like saying it out loud.
Right.
I wasn't aiming there.
If you go down and watch the girls now, though, like we were talking earlier about like how insane the level is getting at such a
It's
like
nuts.
10 I remember or pre-COVID I went to Fort Lauderdale for FIVB when they had it there, and I was there with my husband. I was like, this game cannot get more physical. It's insane what these people are pulling off. But now there's 16-year-olds pulling off the level of the game that I watch the FIVB doing pre-COVID, which is nuts, right? So like with jumbos, I'll see girls go in like the higher levels out there. They'll go up for an option and jumbo it.
Yeah.
Like an option jumbo that lands right in the corner, and you're like, my God. You did that on purpose, even. Like,
Right.
and they can hit it over and over and over. Like the level is just, don't you think?
It's nuts. We had a camp a couple weeks ago in Tallahassee, and we had 2 7th graders, 2030s, and bombing jump serves.
Oh, yeah.
And jump setting.
Yeah.
And I was like, what class are you
Thanks
guys?
for clarifying.
Yeah.
7th graders with 2030s because I'm still off.
blew
We don't
my
know.
mind. And they got second in then there's a tournament the next day, and they got second in the 16U division.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like 7th graders. It's crazy.
Jump serves.
Like they can walk,
insane,
they
yeah.
can walk under the net without bending over.
Yeah.
They're so little.
And then crush
They're
a
like,
jump serve.
"Ah!" You're like, what's happening? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane.
It's nuts. And then watching, going out to AVP today and seeing some freshmen, just 6'2", super coordinated, girls that I think probably would have been playing basketball before are now just introduced to beach volleyball at such a young age. And they're these super dynamic, coordinated athletes. It's fun to see. It's fun to be a part of.
It's insane. I mean, the big thing to me now is seeing those girls that should be baby giraffes, right? They're still kind of in that.
And they're
I'm trying to
coordinated.
understand the length of my arms, right? Being able to actually move with balance and getting their feet to the ball. But I think that's because they were multi-sport athletes, right? I mean, my girls who have been beach only, that I think in this day and age, you have to go beach only earlier than ever before. Multi-sport athletes, all that used to be the best athletes.
Yeah.
But now if you're hoping to now with roster caps and all the things that are happening, you can't afford to be a multi-sport athlete anymore. If you're in 9th grade, you're going to be too late. At 10th grade is when they're kind of going, oh, I'm beach only now. But that's your year to get recruited, right? So it's with the level of the game where it is now.
So weird.
It's way too young.
It's
Yeah,
too
I
it's
agree.
too young, right? But you can't take the chance. Like Misty May is always still now. She's still like, no, multi-sport.
Yeah.
And there's a distinct advantage in that, right?
Right.
If I'm a soccer player and I become a beach volleyball player, like Ryan that's going to LSU, she was an insane soccer player at 10th grade. She got, because of her athleticism, she got recruited at LSU, and she's so good, even though she's raw, because she gets her feet to the ball, because she knows how to do that, right? Whereas that's like my big thing. Every year I seem to have a big thing of like, oh, it's driving me crazy about all our girls. And it's always with beach volleyball players, they go get their shoulders to the ball and they don't move their feet and they can't extend through it. They're just falling, right? Whereas they're not moving their foot with their shoulder. And if they do that, like just getting them to do that is going to get them to the ball. They have more steps they can get in. But right now they just turn and then they take one crossover step and they're in the ground. Yeah. Right. And they're just one step away from the
Especially
ball.
when you're not used to Hermosa and then you come out here.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't move.
It's so thick.
I took like 2 months off basically, and now I'm training this week. Like,
He's just sucking
did I lose
wind.
it? Like, that quick?
Damn.
Have you played in Arizona at Legacy? Is
No,
that
I
cool?
haven't. I've
Okay.
heard there's a cool facility out there.
It's a cool facility. I haven't been there, but I'm telling you,
Deeper?
It's deeper than here.
Wow.
It literally like grabs your legs. I have athletes that like can jump insane.
Yeah.
And I'll watch them, like I've watched them live, right? I'm coaching them virtually, and I'll be like, what? You are embarrassing right now. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, you don't understand. The sand is insane.
That's when it's really
So
good
it's-
to have the pokey.
The controlled pokey, for the love of God.
The arm extension.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm surprised like a player like Kristen Nuss doesn't poke more, because I think Rice Schoon, one of the best in the world with the poke, but like it's because there's a lot of undersized players. But Kristen never really pokes.
Yeah.
Her arm's too good.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Like
her
she's got
vision's
that. She's
too
got
good.
that
Hand on
whip.
ball.
She's got everything.
Yeah.
The touch. So
But her vision and her arm are too
Yeah.
good. It's both. Her vision is what
It's
kills
insane.
everybody,
Yeah.
right? And she can paint any line from anywhere, anytime she wants. She sees the movement, you're done. I mean, like, you can't even like, even if you were to robotically make somebody, you couldn't make somebody as good as her. Like,
I could dig her.
you, with your short arms, with your short arms.
I could run it down.
Okay.
You
got
dug a
this.
ball or two.
Now? You're doing now, or because you'd have to warm up for a while.
That's like a long while.
It would be perplexing to her. Like she'd think I'd run, but I would just stand there and probably hit it to me. So I'd be like, might just fall down somewhere, and she hits it at me on accident. So
Starfish. She's swinging a lot more this year than she did in the past.
Get a little
years.
snappy.
I love.
Yeah.
She's getting so snappy.
They're so good.
Yeah, they're so
I
good.
feel like they've hit like them and Stad. It was like they were playing with kids.
It really
It
was.
was nuts.
You know, my question though is with Taryn. What's her last name now?
Brasher.
Brasher. I got to get the change
They
in.
both switch names?
Kristen will switch. Kristen Cruz.
Kristen-
Fitting last name.
Man.
I thought you were saying her last name was Will Switch. I was like,
What?
damn.
Oh,
Kristen Will Switch. I was like, Will Switch? I haven't heard that.
crazy
I think
name.
she gets married.
sounds about
September.
right for try.
Haven't changed too much. No. Wait, Brasher and
Brasher and Cruz.
Okay,
Brasher
that's
and
just
Cruz.
wow.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
tough.
I wonder where like she stopped topping. She was topping last year, and now she
Taryn?
stopped doing it. Yeah.
I feel like she was always tentative with it. Like
Yeah.
as soon like she'd
I
be
feel like last
ripping
season
and
she
she'd
got
miss
better
like
with
one and she'd go away with it. And I thought she's always had a pretty good jump serve.
Yeah, but it's not.
But they're just so good defensively. They don't need don't need
she's
service
so good
pressure.
defensively.
It's crazy. Yeah.
She's so good defensively.
And Taryn does her job. Like she takes her space.
Yeah.
And Kristen just does her
take
Well,
the
if
right
you're
space
6'5",
with a
you should
defender
take
like
your
that.
space.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, most importantly, I think this is underestimated. It's like the defender knows the space that the blocker needs to take, and the blocker knows the space where the defender's supposed to be, which seems really simple.
Mhm.
Like I said, I was spoiled with this guy earlier on because he told me exactly where I knew exactly where I was funneling, so I'd turn around and know he's already setting me. But it's not that easy. I realized years after of like like, I was taking that space. Like, why were you trying to take that space? You know, like, I did that. We had it so dialed to where it's just like every little piece of the court was like divvied up, or like they got the kill, like we gave that up.
Mm-hmm.
Why did that change with other people? Because it should be.
Well, playing with younger guys now, like, you know, whatever, less experience over the years, or whatever, different philosophies and whatnot. But if you're playing read ball, instinctual, like me and Trev, obviously like super high level, but he likes to play read ball a lot. I can play ball blocker, but I also like to play in that system as well. So if he wanted to go play read while I'm playing in the system and I'm funneling, I turn around and
he's not there. Yeah.
Not where I wanted you to be. It's like, well, I didn't have to make that blocking move if you're, you know, with whoever. Now I'm playing, you know, played with Wilcox his first year. Evan's like just tapping into that top tier.
Well,
everyone has their own styles.
Well, it's a lot. It's a
But
lot.
if you're not on the same page,
Right.
It's a lot
terrible.
because I was 41 when we started.
Right.
Like, I'm not as quick as those guys, right? So they rely, like Nick. Nick always relied on his speed,
right.
which was great. I mean, he's the Greyhound, right?
Right.
Those guys all rely on their speed and their youthfulness. I'm 41. I better be better at a chess play as a chess player than, you know, I'm not running down balls like they are. So,
but it gives your, just defensively, like obviously the blocker's doesn't get to see what's going on behind. So like, the more we can picture at the net what's going on and what you're doing, the more aggressive we can be in our space. And that's a small difference between me like leveraging a low line or blocking a line but kind of leveraging it a little bit versus me just squaring up on it and going up high and making him go 6 inches higher because I know that he's further on the left. You know, it's small stuff like that. I was blocking line both times, but like if I knew you were doing what you're doing, I would have squared up on it maybe, you know.
No, I mean, we even had a call for that. Like, do you remember what I tell you?
Yeah.
Go to the rim.
Go to the rim, yeah.
Go to the rim. Act
Because
like
we
you're going
used
to go
to-
up and dunk and get as high as you possibly
Because
can.
Mikkel used to make me dunk on the rims.
But then he'd know.
Block and go dunk and block and go dunk. And then, we call it go to the rim. And I knew exactly. Make him go as high as possible.
And that way I could wait to see the line shot because it has to be extra high.
Right.
And I can play my part.
And that tells me how to set up my feet and everything. But then when you get into, when your communication's not as on, now I'm setting up my feet for something a little different and then reaching to that, or I'm fully giving that. If I'm going to the rim, if I'm trying to get as high as possible, I'm giving up that low seam.
Are you going to the
knowing
rim?
that I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
Are you saying going to the rim on a specific player at all times, or are you guys?
No.
changing that
It's
up?
every
Scenario.
play is different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like he calls one, I'll be like, go to the rim, and he knows exactly what I'm saying.
We had a crazy system to where he would give me scenarios even. It's like, hey, if this happens, go in here. If this happens, go here. So we'd be switching and audibling without talking.
Depending on the pass.
Because he would have it all dialed up beforehand.
You're kind of smart.
And then Evie would have 5 other things
He
involved.
would tell me all the things. All the
Evie's,
and I got to pick. Evie's like a savant with it as well.
oh yeah,
Yes,
he
we
is.
know.
But I had to filter. Evie would talk, and then I'd be like,
John, give me the ABC.
bullet points, please.
Yeah.
But Evie would talk, and he's got it all down. But I'm like, we'd get up, and we would start walking on the court, and I'd try just do this or this.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, okay.
Got it.
It's so funny because Evie is like, obviously, like you said, Evie and I are like, whoa, we're just crazy about it. But we brought Evie to Mega Camp. So Mega Camp is something that we do where we have 4 courts, 4 elite coaches, and we have 8 times 4, 32 athletes. Like, it's a really big camp.
Yeah, we tried to get you out there.
And we did try to get you out there, and you were a no. So never asking you again. Your moment has passed. We brought Mike Campbell instead. Anyway,
She's a little harsher than
Another
us.
lefty. I'll take it.
I'm the mean cop.
You over Mike Campbell? Wow. Okay.
So,
Take it. I'll take it.
So we had Evie out there the year before.
Evie was there, yeah.
And Evie, like, bless his heart, obviously, I have a man voice and it projects very far. And I am very type A personality. So I like run, I'm very,
Okay, yeah, let's go. Start over here.
I like run the circus all the time, right? And then Evie, as we were prepping the night before, like, okay, Evie, projecting your voice, keeping everything like quick, like hit it and quit it. Like these are kids. We've got to hit our subject. Like say your stuff, get out.
More
Yeah.
to tell.
And it was still
but I
like
have so
the
much
same,
more to say.
More to it.
right? And you're like, Evie, there's 32 kids there and 64 parents. There's 100 people there,
Yeah.
right? And we did a lunch and learn thing, and Evie's talking like this. So I think what you should think of, when I'm coaching the Taylors, like what I tell them to do, and we're like, speak up. Okay, so when we were winning this is what you know what I mean. It's
Here's your
so
megaphone.
funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
His
Anyway.
resume's gotten pretty impressive over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stacking up.
Yeah.
I saw him today. He's a lean machine.
Yeah.
He's like ripped up.
Shredded again. Huh?
Yeah.
I guess he stopped going to the bakery.
Stop those extra cookies here and there. Yeah.
Stealing cookies.
Maybe.
When you guys played together, I feel like there's a handful of instances the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years of beach volleyball where you have like that 2+2 is 5 kind of thing with a team. And I feel like you two had that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you think it is that made you two such a special combination of talent?
This kid, I mean, well, obviously I was kind of the coach, but from day one when he came out and was surprised that I asked him to play with him, because we just did 2 practices and but from day one he's just writing notes. We get done with practice, he'd go over and he had his notebook and he's writing it down, and I went home and I told my wife, he's writing everything down we do and like every little thing, which was awesome.
Because I thought I had 2 practices with John Hyden. So everything I learned, I got to remember these things.
How old
Because
were
like
you?
these are stuff I got to go back to.
24?
24.
Or were you 23 at that
maybe
time?
like 23. Yeah,
Maybe
at that
23
time.
at that time.
Would it have been like
I turned
2012?
24 right when we won Berlin, I think.
Oh yeah,
Right?
so it's 23 then.
I think so. Rookie of the year 2014 on the World Tour. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. Around
So, like the funny thing is he just reached out to Sean after 2012 and said, hey, Hawaii connection, try to get into a practice or whatever. And Sean's like, I'm out, got a job. Here's Sean's number. I get this, text from Tree. I'm like, oh, it's Tree. So, I was like, well, I'm on my way down to Orange County. I can stop. We can have a practice. And I don't remember who was with us. It was just 3 of us, right?
I remember Robin being there.
Robin was there.
I think Jack was just born or something.
Yeah, it would have been in 2013.
Damn, this guy's
so.
got a whole family.
Yeah. How old is this guy? Yeah. But, we just had a practice and it was cool. But that day I was like, he's Sean's height. He's athletic as hell. And I'm like, maybe, that's a guy you want to mold, into Sean. Everybody wants to be technically sound and one of the best blockers ever. So, and I saw his athleticism and I was like, damn, and Robin and I were on the way down. And she's like, what do you think of that kid? I don't know. I'll have another practice with him. And then you came out with some guy from the national team. Remember we were at Playa. We were in the jungle. Tony?
Torelli probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys were going to play
He's a
together.
baller too.
But we just did a 3
I think
thing,
you're right.
and I ran drills and stuff. And then after that practice, I was like, hey, you want to play, dude? And he's like, I think he fainted.
I guess I retired from indoor.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then from there on, it was like, sit down, write notes after every single practice. And it was like, hey, you want to come up to see my trainer? And he's like, yeah, I'm in. And, that drive is no joke.
No.
And he's just 100% in. And you don't see that, I don't think you see that these days, where somebody just, I'm going to give it my all and I'm going to do what it takes. And, one of my favorite quotes is everybody wants to be the beast till they see what the beast does. Right. And, he got a glimpse of it and he's like, I'm in. What do I need to do? Where do I need to go? Tell me what to do. And that's how he was on the court, right? Yeah. Just tell me what to do. And, and that was it. So, that's kind of how we got started. And it just worked because he bought into everything I had to say, which was awesome.
Still a risk for you to do it though, because he's inexperienced, right? He was a rookie, and you're going from Sean, who I think is one of the best technical blockers ever.
Yeah, everybody says that, and I'm like, yeah, I told him, people keep saying that, but dude, you're one of the best blockers ever. Not just technical, but man, the way he sees things up over the net and makes his moves, like he was just a great blocker.
Yeah.
So, that technical thing. Yeah, it's there, but
So-
he's also.
All right, so one of the best
because he
blockers
was so
ever.
small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like freak athlete, veteran experience. You guys won
Yeah.
a shit ton of tournaments,
Mm-hmm.
and then there were probably plenty of people calling you to play,
At that age, were there?
and then
Yeah, I don't remember, man. I mean, I've had plenty of people call me to
I
play.
remember it being a little weird, like coming on tour and then people being like, "He chose you." I was like, "Oh."
It's like April and Alex.
I don't
Yeah.
know why you
You
chose
know?
me.
I don't
I'm
know,
just,
but
Not
I
that
feel
much
like
different.
I can kick your ass. So that maybe it's that.
and then you did a few times, pretty much everybody. So
I got a little.
yeah, I mean, we hit in his professionalism, which he got from me, is what got us quickly to where we needed
Yeah.
to be. And
Yeah.
that says a lot about him. So
And it was like I was in Puerto Rico and like my first pro years, I was looking for that. I was like, I feel like I want to be a world class at. Like I want to do it all the right way, but I got to figure out how to do that. And then like Mr. Doing All the Right Things came out. I was like, oh, I'll
Well,
just
this is
follow
it.
this guy. I'll just do what he says. And then he brings me up to Mikkel, which like gives me that other part of the experience of being a pro athlete. Like there's all the stuff that you don't see the Beast do. That's what happens at Mikkel's house. The literal blood, sweat, and tears kind of stuff. And that I was all in on that too, because I'm just like, I feel like that's what world class athletes do.
yeah,
And then it was just a good combination. Like my blessing and curse of like, being ADD or whatever. Maybe it was my coping mechanism to lean so much into this focus, going into my zone and tapping into my instincts really well, right? So then it's like all information that comes to me has to be filtered through and make sure that it's not messing up my instinctual, like what
Right.
I'm seeing in the moment kind of thing.
yeah.
So then he learned how to communicate with me. He was just like, all right, just give him bullet points. And then it was golden.
And then
Problem
he
is
taught
we were
you how to
17
travel
years
really
apart.
cheap.
yeah,
He saved me a ton of money.
Sometimes you couldn't
would've
stay
been
in the
like-
same hotel. I know
would've
this story.
Yeah, one of those like pro athletes, like, hey,
The
we're,
Red
we're
Velvet
pro
or
athletes
whatever
now,
that-
bro.
was
We
that
got
place?
to do it right.
yeah.
We're pro athletes. And I'll be like, yeah, we got to look good. And he's like, we got to save money. I'm like, oh, yeah, let's save money.
save money.
I love saving money.
Try didn't know this is how the tour went.
I was
Like,
hey,
yeah.
what are
good years, bad years.
taxes? I just paid a lot of taxes. I was like, yeah, you paid too much.
He called me. He calls me after the year we had. Probably I think you said the other
It's
day, like
still
your
our
best
best
year
year, yeah.
ever, right? And he calls me later after tax season. He's like, "Hey, how much you paying taxes?" And I was like, "Robin, what are we paying taxes?"
That's totally true.
She's like, she says this number, and I'm all, he's all, what? I'm like, why? How much did you? And I was like, oh my God, dude. Okay, you'll learn.
I paid for everything.
This year sucks, but you'll figure it out. All legit, by the way. So
Yeah.
Right, of course.
So me and Nick were always like, we got to get an accountant who's been to jail before.
Somebody
That's the guy who's
knows
gonna
what
play
they're
close.
yeah.
But what kept you going for as long as you did?
Well, some say I didn't want a real job.
I'm very curious
Fair.
at this point in my life.
I kind of wanted to do what nobody's ever done.
Yeah.
And that I had gotten so far with it, and obviously Karch was the pioneer of it. But I also, I read a quote somewhere one time from another athlete, and I think he was a Paralympic athlete, and I still have it. I don't remember it, but I still have it like in my bag. I cut it out, and it was something about, just doing something that nobody's ever done before. And that was basically it. Like, I mean, we made a final when I was 50 for crying out loud.
We wanted that one.
Beat you twice on your way there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I was hoping that.
That's right. You guys are really close to us, though. Like,
the
that's a
first
battle.
one, yeah.
But, like, Try and I did things, and we fit right back in.
Yeah.
And it was so easy. And I always knew, like, if I had that guy, and it was tough the last 5-6 years because it's like the top players or blockers on tour, they play at 5EB, and I was done with that. So it's like, okay, they're all out of the question. So it's tough to have that mentality when I know I'm working as hard working harder than anybody else, still doing my thing, but I don't have my counterpart like a try. And so that was a lot of, I wanted to prove to myself that I'm still there. And if I had a try, I could still be one of the top 4 teams, And I think we did it. But we fit right back in. I mean, how many of your partners run down a line shot over your head and set you for an easy kill?
You spoiled me. And like instinctual where I didn't have to look or know. It was like
he just knew it was coming.
He wanted the ball to go there, so I know. And I know he doesn't want to set. He wants me to set out all the time. Which, by the way, got me that Offensive Player of the Year. Because we looked at the stats, and it's like I had more kills than everybody. I wasn't actually the most dominant. Like, obviously, Phil's always the most dominant in kills, especially back then.
Yeah.
But, like, I blew the stat column away because he set me.
Here's an easy ball.
Option.
Yeah.
Put it over.
Yeah.
Put it over.
The workhorse to put the ball away, so.
Yeah.
I'm glad now. It's making me retire early, but that's probably for the best anyway. Yeah, that was fun.
You could play another 10 years if you get your pokey good.
God.
We're going to go back to that.
Please, I'm leaving.
If the money goes up.
Right?
But how old were you when you won? Because you have the record for oldest win.
Yeah.
Oldest player to win, right?
Yeah.
What is that? 47?
You know how I'm so old I can't remember. I don't even
Ryan, right?
actually I don't even
Theo.
think it's 45. I think I was 44 in like 8 or 9 months.
Okay.
But I'm not positive on that.
Was that Chicago?
Chicago with Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Against Nick and Phil. So,
Okay.
but I had beat it with Theo when we were here, and then I beat it again. So
Cool.
Yeah, that's right.
and this damn close to beating
I
it.
wanted that one in Tavares.
Yeah. To be
Taylor
50,
Taylor
Final.
and Phil in the final.
Yeah.
19 and 19.
I know.
That's my fault.
Was Nick coaching? Was he in your box? No, or was Nick?
Yeah, he
center
was.
with
Yeah,
you
Nick
guys?
was in our box.
Okay.
Yeah. Nick was with us.
Man, I love when it comes up when you and Nick played a year together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nick is always like, worst year of my life, most I learned. Nick's always like, that made me who the player was today, because he said he's never learned more from anyone than he did in 1 year with you.
Yeah, I'm glad he used it against me. He really did. He really did.
Because
Like,
right after that is when he got Phil. Right?
He would have had.
no, he had Theo. Because we played FIVB, but I played
Yeah,
with
he was
you
with-
on AVP,
Yeah,
and he
was
played with Theo.
and then Phil.
And then Phil.
But he definitely used
used
what
it
he
used some stuff I taught him
and
against
then
me
he
all
got
the time.
the best blocker in the world and got to use it with that.
Yeah.
Must have been nice.
Because Nick, whenever me, Nick, and Brooke will go out every now and then just to slap it around.
Yeah.
And whenever me and Nick are in serve receive, he's like, no, I only go left with John Hyden. You're on the left.
We went left and right, and you block and I block. Like, we're 2 right side defenders.
Yeah.
Playing international ball. Like, it.
And if you didn't do that, our journey wouldn't have started because he went and got points.
Yeah.
I had 0, obviously. And we wouldn't have got into the Norseca playoff, which we only got into because Casey Jennings and Avery Drost didn't want to play together. So we slid in. We got the last
As the 8th
spot,
team.
Oh, my
8th
gosh.
team, to even get into the qualifier.
Yeah.
We win the whole thing. Now we get
3 tournaments.
3 tournaments.
Three
in,
freebies. Yeah.
And we win the second or third one.
Lose in China to
Lose, yeah.
Nick and
Ryan?
Ryan.
Nick and Ryan.
In country quota.
Country
right?
quota. No, it was
Qualifier.
it was in the 3rd round of the qualifier.
Yeah, I got it.
We cruise into the country. We cruise into the meeting because there's lucky loser possibly, and some Russian guy or someone didn't show up.
Yeah.
And they draw between us and Canada, and the Lion King,
Yeah.
draws out a hat, and he's all USA. I was like,
I was like, what's lucky loser?
Yeah.
We're back.
we're back, we're in.
Right.
And then winter pool.
Yeah, we won our pool right off the bat, and then through 2 tournaments later, we won the tournament. So it was,
Works out.
I mean, just the Lion King, man, got
Yeah.
us going.
Still owe a debt to someone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
He retired, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
So sad.
He's like a youth pastor now. Like planting churches. Yeah.
Planting churches.
Yeah. So like, yeah.
Growling.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Growling
talk,
people.
can you pick a more charismatic guy to be doing that though? I
Right.
mean,
Seriously.
I remember
Yeah.
when you told me in Switzerland, he keeps growling at me.
This
I'm
guy's
like, he
deal.
is?
Literally growling.
Oh, no, he's going like this and growling. I was like, shut the no.
Because you didn't know he was the
I
Lion
didn't-
King back then?
I didn't know he was doing that.
Well, I think it was just, that's when they were kind of on their tear, right? Like,
Yeah, they were doing well.
And so then I think he was like, all right, this is my branding opportunity. He's like Mr. Branding,
Yeah.
Mr. Sponsorships.
yeah.
I mean,
Of
he,
Europe.
does, he does it well.
He's done a
Yeah,
good job
he's-
with
He's
it.
Euro Casey Pat, basically.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But he's not playing with his brother-in-law anymore? So he's
No.
retired.
Yeah, and his brother-in-law is, or his brother is too. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know. Something I didn't know. And see, I don't know everything all the
That's
time.
amazing.
I'm not that much of a nerd.
Smeddens, still dabbling?
I haven't seen Smeddens.
The crazy thing is
out there.
Plavins is still out there.
He's so good.
He's so
He is
good.
still so freaking good.
Yeah. Buttery.
I commentated
contact.
him in Joao Pessoa when he knocked out Norway and Sweden in back-to-back matches. And I was like, and they were in the reserve list for European champs, and his blocker's 19. Fokarats,
He's good.
He's
He's
insane.
Fokarats is
Yeah,
good.
they went off the reserve list, qualified, won European champs, and so Fokarats is the one of, I think maybe the only one who's ever won youth European champs and the real European champs in the same year.
Oh, that's gnarly.
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
Yeah.
I hear these names, you guys, and I'm like, God, those guys are still playing? And then I realized I was 25 years older than them when I was playing. So I was like, oh, they're only 30 right now. Like, Jesus. Yeah, so, it
That's
was,
what everyone said about you for a very long time.
yeah, no kidding.
People who were like washed up and fat, and they're like, I played with that guy back in the day. We would run into people all the time, and they're like, you still play? What?
Yeah. Remember when we made the podium in China? What? Maybe it wasn't you. No, it would have been you.
We did. We got silver in China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were handing out the stuff, and there was an Olympian, a Chinese Olympian, and he looked 70 years old. He comes by, he's all, I played against you in the Olympics. I'm like, serious? Like, dang.
Well, what's so funny is now it's now it's moms who are like, oh, we'll go to camp. They'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, so that's who we get to look at all weekend. That's your work husband? Right, so now that's the next level of
That's
what
why I
happens.
stay
You're
in
the
shape.
young guy now.
That's right.
I'm the young guy, yeah.
You were the old young guy.
Now he's not the, MILF, the DILF, you're the DILF now.
Whoa.
For real, though,
For
it's
the late
hilarious.
night pod.
Yeah, that's
SANDCAST After
that's a
Dark.
different
Yeah.
podcast. Sorry, everybody.
We should record one of those.
That's
Those
so
are fun.
funny.
The last one we did never got aired.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
last SANDCAST After Dark
Yeah, we did.
didn't make the light of day. Yeah.
Little
It got a
too
li-
inappropriate?
Got a little silly.
It got.
Yeah.
Is it with the Taylors?
everything.
Were they
It
drinking
was,
whiskey?
it was a
Taylors weren't
big
at that
crew.
one.
No, the Taylors weren't there.
Hovland was there.
Hob was
Oh,
there.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes
It
sense.
was it
was
was the
fun.
young and old,
Yeah.
Rosie and Dodd, and
Oh,
It was an event.
it was
that all makes sense actually. That
It
it
was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I bet.
The
never
McKibbins,
gonna air it.
the McKibbins, they have what they call the black box of footage. They're like, we keep it. It'll never see the light of day, but it's there.
We can go watch it.
It's in the black box.
As soon as somebody runs for Congress.
So what do you guys think about AVP League? I was able to go for the first time when I
Where'd
was
you
there
go?
last week.
Yeah,
I was here, right? I've been here all month.
The Intuit Dome?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Yeah, how was that? I was curious how the Intuit Dome was.
Well, it's very next level. So apparently it's like really hard to like
Super techie, right?
it's super techy, and so if you don't go all through all the stuff to put your information in, that you can just walk in and grab something and walk out, it takes a really long time to do that. Like Megan Bergdorf, I went with her, and she's like, "Dude, don't even worry." I did mine; it took too long. So that part was a little. It's a little weird, like when you're going in there, but the place is amazing for sure. I don't have you guys haven't gone to that yet.
No, I've been to the league, not
At
this year.
the Intuit.
I haven't been
never
to Intuit Dome.
No.
Okay. Like I think it's really cool. Like we were trying to pick apart because there's something, you go and you're like, what is it that like so much is good? What is it that's something doesn't
Right.
feel right? I think that Mark, I mean, obviously he does a great job. The in-betweener parts, the entertainment parts, all the crowd happy stuff. I think that it's really good. What we've cut, like me and the people that went, I feel like if maybe both the men and women, like 2 courts were going at once and you actually went 21, 21, 15, I feel like that would be the part that's missing in it. Just the 1 court going, I don't know. Like everyone I've talked to is like, man, if there were 2 courts and the men and women were playing, battling the same teams, right?
Yeah.
It's whoever versus whoever,
right, at the
and you
same
see
time.
them going at the same
Looking at
time,
the scoreboard.
and then that way you would be able to go to 21, 21, 15 for time, right? Instead of 15, 15, 15.
It just wouldn't work for TV.
It
right?
wouldn't. Would
With
it
2
not?
courts going
Because
on
you'd
that
only
straight?
do 2. You do 2. There wouldn't be 4
You'd have to,
quarters.
like,
Is basically
promote it,
what
like-
they're doing now.
It'd have to be like almost like a race, you know, where you're like, okay, this score's here. They're at this score.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
Maybe,
you know,
but
like
still, you'd
comparing.
have something continuing going. It wouldn't be a
yeah.
dead time. There'd still be somebody going. It's just like I've talked to a lot of people. I had a lot of my juniors go. It was really good, but it's like by the time you get to the fourth matchup, you're like, whew, pretty tired. Like it's kind of like it starts emptying out, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's those 4 quarters, and it gets to feel a little bit long. People leave a little bit early, so maybe if it was 2 going at the same time, you did actually do 21, 21, 15 instead, then it would be, and there's more action happening. I don't know. That's what I've come
Yeah.
to. I don't know.
Yeah.
The league, it's just not for me. I've tried to like get into it because it's like all my friends watching or playing. I'm like trying to watch. I'm like, it's just not for me. And some people love it. Like we've had a lot of comments. People like, I went to Miami, or the one in Central Park was actually
That looked cool.
looked awesome. But I think I don't know. I like beach volleyball using the natural beauty of the land. So it doesn't necessarily have to be on a beach. Like Stad, Ostrava, they use like whatever the land offers them. But I think putting it in tennis centers and arenas is just like a little sterile to me. And I think it's not. It just feels like it's just like another normal sports league. And for me, I like beach volleyball on the beach or natural beauty. I like tournaments. I'm a tournament fan.
Sure.
I like following, and tournaments provide different opportunities for unique matchups, big upsets. Whereas like the league, it's the same teams over and over again.
Right.
And you look at, we talked about how deep the talent level is getting so young,
Yeah.
and now it's like they got nowhere to play. You got 8 teams in the league, and
Right.
then what do? And so you got the most talent that's ever been here in the U.S.
Yeah.
with nowhere to really play.
Correct.
And so I like following Wapaka, Denver, Virginia, Palm Beach, even though it wasn't like all the highest levels. I just like watching tournaments
Yeah.
on beaches. And I think that's the sport that I like.
Right.
And I'm not, if somebody loves the league, I'm not going to yuck your young. Glad you
Right.
do. But it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite matches I ever played were in tennis stadiums and
Yeah.
stadiums in general. Anywhere with big. We
When
wanted,
they're full.
when they're full. Any full
Yeah.
stadium. I don't
Yeah,
care
yeah.
where we are. If we're on
Yeah.
the top of a building or whatever. So for me, I like going to beaches. I like playing in Rio because of the fans. Stadium's awesome, but also I can go get barreled after,
Yeah.
or be at the beach in between and whatnot. But I don't know, like going to the Clippers arena is pretty cool for me, if they can fill it. If it's not
Yeah.
like a first row kind of thing.
always-
I don't mind that part of it.
It always feels odd when you're in that big a stadium and there's like 1,500 people.
Yeah. So
You're
you're like,
like,
is this cool or not? I can't
yeah.
tell. But as an athlete, a pro athlete, you're like, I want to play on the biggest
kinda
stages.
cool.
And we
Yeah.
are on the biggest stage when you get to play in arenas like that. So I don't mind it. I mean, I want to with the league, I think it'll get interesting once maybe ownership groups come in, if it
that
gets to
happens.
there, because I just think there's going to be more on the line. In any sport, I'll watch if there's something on the line. I don't like, let's just say baseball. I watch in the World Series because I like watching these dudes play for something that they've dreamed
Yeah.
of their whole life. Problem is, it doesn't carry that weight yet, right? Being league champion, like kids aren't dreaming like, man, if I could be an AVP league champion, if I could win a tournament, used to be a thing, right? The pier is pretty much the only like legacy building event now.
Yeah.
Obviously awards, like I don't even know if they do awards anymore, but like if you got MVP of the league, like that's a pretty big deal, you know, stuff like that. If you're playing for those kinds of things. But I haven't been able to watch it, but I think it's more because it just hurts me too much to watch.
Yeah.
But I also think it's like a big miss to have people who are more, they're characters, right? You're not in it.
Yeah.
Troy's not in it. Like Troy, friend, he always played to the crowd more than he played to the match, which I love you, Troy. It drove me literally insane, but it works great for this, right? So I want to say St. John.
Hagen's been the star.
Hagen
25.
is the star because whether you love him or you hate him, he's entertaining, right? And then like you watch like Trevor with Phil. Trevor's always been the villain, right? But he's with Phil, so he's acting very like calm and subdued, and that's not like him. And it's also like people are telling me they're like, yeah, I mean, it was fine to watch, but like, you know, because you're not having somebody that's really acting out in whatever way there is. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a real miss not having people that are high energy or in whatever way, good or bad, to make it something that you want to watch. Because in everything else that is something that's like a league, there are the people. There's the villains. There's the ones you love. There's the ones you hate, right? And it's entertainment, right? Yeah. So it's like true. If you want to grow the game, it's hard to grow the game if it's not something you're trying to get outside people who don't play beach volleyball invested in beach volleyball and to watch beach volleyball. Well, how are you going to do it if there isn't something like that happening? Yeah. All of a sudden they're just going to be like, I'm going to watch beach volleyball that's being played in a stadium. And I don't know. It's not, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, it's hard. What they're doing is hard. And like starting a successful sports league is a really difficult thing. Like almost like 99% of sports leagues fail. Yeah. But we look at like the NFL, PGA, MLB, NHL, like they're massive successes. But then you have like a litany of tens of thousands of failures too. It's really hard to start a sports league. And I admire them for trying it. I'd be intrigued to see what happens if they try to bring ownership groups. Kind of like F1, where you have like your Red Bull team.
I think there's interest.
Whatever.
There's a lot of rich people out there, and they all want to own something.
Yeah.
Especially a piece of a sport, and a sport that obviously they're going to probably come watch it in person at some point before, and that's when we suck people in, is when they come and actually watch in person. That's kind of what I've noticed with beach volleyball. And I've heard there's interest, so I think it'd be interesting. If they want to, you know, they got tons of money and they want to hire a GM role. It might be available.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. That's why I'm putting it out there.
Yeah.
Really wealthy people who want to hire me for a lot of money. No.
I'll hire you when Robin starts making the money.
Yeah. You're literally gonna take my USA coaching job, aren't you? Just tell me now. All right, Troy?
Oh, I think you're safe.
You're gonna knock me out. I know what's happening.
I'm trying to be a trophy husband.
Yeah.
It's a good role.
That's a ticket. I've been trying that for 30 years.
Rob's not down.
No, I'm still working on it, but it'll come. It's coming. John, sorry, Robin. It's coming. It's coming.
You've seen the sport go through like all the ups and downs and formats and star systems and Grand Slams Open, whatever. What do you think?
Well, I mean, of the league, I can't say much on it because I really haven't followed it. I do hear a lot of people like, why would I drive, even an hour to see a game? Could be over 2 games to 15, could be over like that. So I think that's a big problem. Because
if you're driving to see your favorite athlete or team,
like people
get 4 hours of volleyball.
People will drive 3-4 hours or even fly in for a full tournament here, right? You get that, but nobody's going to do that really for stadium, and it's over an hour and a half. So I think they have that against them. I'm like you. I want more teams. I want upsets. And unfortunately, like, the money follows the teams. When there's good money, guys can train. Yeah. They don't have to work, and that's why like 2005 through 11, before I went bankrupt, like teams were really good and they were competing all the time. That and maybe steroids.
And the entertainment value. The entertainment value goes up when
Yeah.
there's more on the line.
Yeah,
And more fans are. It's like the Mr. Beast stuff, like the YouTuber. He just, instead of saying $1 million is on the line, he just prints out $1 million cash and puts it there and says, "You're playing for that," and everyone. Like, of course, you're gonna click that video.
Yeah.
You're like, "Whoa, they're playing for." I think we should do that. You know. I mean, our stack might be too small. There's an extent where if your stack's too small, people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's embarrassing."
Yeah, here's $2,000.
Yeah.
If you play, go play for it. Guys played
Oh, that doesn't look
3
like
days
much.
for.
Right.
Oh, by the way, you're splitting that if you win, but 1,000 goes to the girls and 1,000 to the guys.
Right. Right.
Yeah, right.
No, but I get it. Like,
that's
there's
the
no
other part.
business model that's been working, so you got to try something new.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I just everybody likes these full tournaments.
Yeah.
You know, and those are always awesome. I don't know that I'll ever get back there, and like he said, there's always rich people out there that want to be a part of something, and that's how we've gotten it done the last 20 years. And you know, hopefully something jumps in again.
You bring in these successful people too, and now they have ownership in the sport, and they're bringing in their ideas and resources, and maybe one of them's freaking genius in just creating an entertainment product,
Like
versus,
full contact volleyball.
not-
I mean,
look at freaking Savannah Bananas.
yeah,
With freaking baseball, they're
Yeah.
popping off,
crushing it,
killing
Yeah.
it, and it's an absolute joke.
Yeah.
Like you're a professional athlete getting paid less than them. You're like,
Yeah,
is this?
I'd
is
put
this
more the
for real?
bananas are more actors than athletes.
It's like almost WWE.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're not risking a backflip catch.
yeah,
If the game's on the line or your contract's on the line, but they're like, you backflip catch that,
you
getting
get an
a
extra
bonus.
20
Yeah.
grand.
And if you don't, that's okay.
yeah.
I would learn to backflip,
Yeah.
even at my age.
Right.
I
Yeah,
literally
so-
don't even know what you're talking about.
The Savannah Bananas.
And
Yeah, I
Oh,
have
they're
no
like
idea.
minor
man,
league
it's all the
baseball
rage.
team.
Yeah,
Kind
Oh.
of minor league, is that it's
maybe
below minor.
probably
It's below
unaffiliated.
minor.
It's
Yeah.
its own.
But it's
thing.
all like they'll do dances before the guy pitches and stuff like that,
Ooh,
and
that
they'll
doesn't
do.
sound good.
There's
They
no
do.
pitch.
You would
clock,
think,
right?
so, yeah,
Yeah.
but like I think WWE is a perfect comparison.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
like when you go to WWE, you know what you're watching is fake, but you can still buy into the storylines, and it's a
100%.
script.
Yeah.
And same with the Savannah Bananas. It's this goofy. It's almost
not
like
as
It's just a party.
scripted. It's not
Yeah.
as scripted. Like a game's
Because you got to
happening.
pitch and hit.
But like, I think one of the themes of the whole league is like, it's a party with a baseball game going on.
Yeah.
Literally, if a fan catches it, it affects the score. Like somehow, I think the team scores or someone gets a point. If
Yeah,
your
there's
fan
all
catches
sorts
Yeah.
of goofy rules.
There's crazy rules.
How old are
They're
these people?
packing
They're like
stadiums.
adults.
Yeah.
They're
young
packing,
adults,
like,
like good baseball players who couldn't.
It's
make
almost
it.
like a Harlem Globetrotters type thing.
Yes,
Ah.
that's
Yes.
great.
Bring the kids
And you
out. The
pack
kids
these, like,
love it.
full stadiums.
Yeah.
MLB stadiums.
The tickets
right?
are so
Yeah.
expensive.
No, like
so expensive.
sellout
And people
every
are
time.
dancing
Yeah.
the whole time.
How do I not know that? Well, see,
Because
all I do
you're
is
a
watch beach
volleyball.
volleyball on my own. If I'm not coaching, I'm watching beach volleyball.
Everyone's finding out about it right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're seeing
And
the
to
fans
show you
love-
how far it spread, I had a long layover at the Paris airport. I saw like 30 people in Savannah Banana stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Who are they playing? Are there
Other
just
unaffiliated
Teams.
Yeah. Like, gosh, who do the Globetrotters always play?
The Generals.
The Generals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
The Generals.
You are
They're
so
playing the-
old.
I'm old.
How do you remember that?
Generals.
Oh my God.
Wasn't that
You
black
totally
and white?
set that trap for you right there. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
The pod
Oh.
dogs here.
How did he get out?
Yeah, but I think that's a great comparison. The
Yeah,
Globetrotters. Because
the
those were
Globetrotters.
like legit basketball players, not going to play in the NBA, good enough to put on
Putting
a
on
good
a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I know nothing. It's fine. I know beach volleyball.
She's like, can we start volleyball again?
Can we
talk
can we
volleyball?
talk about
Let's
volleyball again?
There is
Hey,
one more thing I wanted to chat with you about, and we can kind of land the plane here. Is a lot of times the best players don't have a great track record of being the best coaches. Like there's a transition period where you have to learn how to communicate. Like, because the way that you and Tri talk to each other about your blocking and defense, like if you guys tried to input that into a freshman in high school, there's no way they'd be able to understand it. Like, how has your transition been from being one of the best players of the last 20-some years to coaching a much lower level and being able to communicate your high level to them?
One of the best the last 30 years, Travis.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've taken it all. Well, I coached the kid, right?
Yeah.
so
Right, yeah,
so
that's
he
true.
had to learn it, right?
Right.
So he was pretty much 17 at the time anyway, like a 17-year-old girl. So, so I just said, how would Try understand this? And I just brought it to my girls. No.
Hilarious.
What's the simplest? I don't know. I think a lot of them can understand it just by talking to them, and then a lot of them you have to show them.
Yeah.
You know, people learn by seeing it, and then breaking down things is a huge thing. You got to start from the beginning. Like if you're teaching something about hitting, this is how we jump. Put your feet closer together, all right? Throw your arms back. So just stand here and do this, and then okay, now jump. Okay, now we're going to take a half step back, and you're going to step. So breaking things down, I think for that level is huge. Even with arm swings or even passing, like we do that all the time. But I always kind of had that, I don't know, because before Try, even Sean was the same way as Try. He was just a soldier, man. He's like, tell me, let's do this. Tell me what to do and I'll get it done. And then before that was Brad Keenan, and I was a player coach for him. Mm-hmm. So I was always that coach, learning how to get things across to all sorts of different minds. And it just filtered into high school girls somehow. So, but I think breaking down is the simplest form, and they learn that way.
But we do a lot with slow-mo video.
Got
and
it.
so they immediately see it, like, immediately when
Yeah.
we're breaking it down. So it's the real versus the feel, because they're always, everyone, I don't feel you doing that. Well, great. Here's you slow-mo video.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can see that biomechanic that you're doing incorrectly, right? So for us, like we
the
just
slow-mo
have a really
video.
good, well-oiled machine of how we make people better a lot faster.
Yeah, even at practice, like girls will do something and I'm trying to tell them and they won't do it. So or they're having bad habits. So I'll just take my phone out, record them really quick, and then bring them over and be like, "See, look." And then they're like, "Oh, okay." Video's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I never really watched much video, but I mean, it's big for the fundamentals of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think watching other players do it right is just as valuable as anything. Mm-hmm. And I really like the real verse feel.
Well,
too.
yeah, and like the way I teach, because I'm literally insane. Okay, so OCD is I'll show you in my phone. I have literally 65 different photo and video libraries of every itty bitty teeny weeny part of the game, and you're in it,
You just pull
and
it.
you're in it, and I have photos, and then I have slow-mo video of every single thing that I want in that. So I have probably about 20,000 videos of every single little part of the game that I can just bring up and be like, step close. This is what you're doing with your step close. See somebody doing it right. This is you. This is somebody doing it right.
Yeah.
Right. And so the learning is so much faster that way, because they see them, then they see you, then they see them, then they see you. Do you know what I mean? And because everybody's body moves differently mechanically, like I'm, again, a giant dork. So because I don't have the same range of motion as you have in my shoulders or
Right.
in my hips or wherever, I have somebody who's just like you in my video library where I can be like, here you go. I'm going to send you this video. This person moves exactly like you with
Yeah.
the same abilities in their movement, right? And so to me, just as an insane volley nerd, that is what makes everybody so much better, so much faster. And if there's anything I'm good at in this, like John and I are great together because systems wise, he's insane. Biomechanically and individual movements, and I see the game in more physics than I do in anything else. Like, that's what makes us a good team, besides our awesome personalities together. Right, John?
Something like that. There's a lot of drinking involved.
Usually. Yeah, especially here. We're in California.
Yeah.
Where can just go ahead, Trey.
No, yeah, I was gonna go along the same lines. Like, if people want to get involved, how do they get involved with you guys? And then also, what do you guys have going forward?
So always I personally am sold out. I only open up my calendar twice a year because it sells out within 2 days for the year. It's nut bags. But John and I are trying to do way more. We call them John and Nick camps. We're trying to do more John and Nick camps together so we can take a bigger group of people. We will only ever have 8 people per athlete, so they get a lot of individual attention. And again, it's 16 hours in 2 days, so it's very intense with us.
Take notes, kids. You can't remember all that.
Oh yeah, it's so much. It's so
I know
much.
it's coming from me, but
Right, hilarious.
write it down.
So basically, people just reach out on Instagram to one of us, just DM us or whatever, and you can either host a camp if you're interested in hosting a camp. That's the easiest and most definite way that you're going to get in with us because our schedules fill up super fast. So we're trying to do a camp together, at least one camp together every month. Again, I do at least. I'm on the road for 10 and a half months, so
Volley nerd.
I am. I have problems. I'm retired. Every time I tell people I'm like, I'm retiring 2 years, they're like, yeah, right. You are not a chance. But I truly am. So getting in touch with us on Instagram, just direct messaging us is the best way. But like my wait list is over 150 athletes long right now. I'm sure his is close to
I have like 7.
But I'm also a recruitment specialist. So we work together to, at least with your girls, and get girls into college.
Yeah, for all the camps, it's like we'll just do it for you, not asking for anything, because I've played against all these coaches, or even on the women's side, played during their time, so we know them all, and then she knows half of them as friends, and it's like, they all kind of know us, so we're a good way to get recruited.
Yeah. Like I have, for every girl that I get recruited to college, the only thing I ask for is a visor from them. So
I don't ask anything.
You don't. Okay, I'm such a jerk, right? I'm the jerk. So
Just got a wall of visors.
I have like I post every year my visors. I think I'm over 150 now. So just here in California, I've collected like 9 since I've been here in 2 weeks. So anyway, so. Again, just crazy, insane. I live, eat, and breathe beach volleyball until I retire in 2 years. That's what's happening. I don't know what's going to go on with you, but
Robin's got it. Yeah, I got 6 months.
Yeah,
and try. I'll be hiring Try.
That's right. That's
do whatever we want.
You guys are going to have to do camps after I'm gone. But
we'll go play the Dino.
Yeah, we'll play in the Dino.
Oh my God,
year.
please play in the Dino.
My gosh,
Beach volley vacation.
Please.
That'd be
SANDCAST
awesome.
SOBs. Yeah,
that'd be
you
fun.
guys have
Problem,
to do
we
this.
can't play together because neither of us can pay for the other one to get out there.
Yeah, we're trying to
guys
get
not
paid
need to
for.
sponsor.
Remember, we're just team cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So funny. So anyway, hosting is the easiest way. I think we only have one camp that was open registration this year, and we're starting to do coach education camps to mentor coaches because we want.
Yeah, we have one of those coming
better.
up October 11th, 12th.
Cool.
At my place. We have we're going to have a couple other coaches come in and help coach, and then we decided to put together Coach the Coaches so they can come out and we'll go over a bunch of stuff in the meeting room, and then they'll actually be out there helping administer and running drills and learning on the job type stuff.
Cool.
So any coaches that want to do that, contact us.
Sweet. Right on. Thanks for coming on, guys. Good
Thank
hanging
you.
out. Good nerding out.
It was good nerding. We're about to nerd
We're just getting
out.
started. Yeah.
We're just getting started. I wanted to make sure John came on here because every SANDCAST, people talk about John Hyden. Every single one of these, and he never comes on here. And I was like, John, we're going on.
I've never been
SANDCAST.
invited.
People are.
We had you on COVID
already been
Zoom.
on.
Yeah, we had a COVID
Yeah.
one, right?
Did a
Yeah.
COVID Zoom.
Come on, man. That was so long ago.
Wasn't the same. Yeah. Good to have you here in person. Good to be back with you in person.
Yeah.
This is only like the third one we've done together all year.
True. Wow. Welcome back, buddy.
Good to be back.
I bring
I was-
people together.
I had the idea.
You're the gravity.
I had the idea while we were just talking to see if I still had the notes, the Hyden notes.
No way.
June
Dude.
2013.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
But
Oh my
the only thing that
gosh.
stands out is there's warm up stuff in here. Blocking, footwork. But in bold, do not net ever. And then
You needed to write that
no
down.
unforced errors. I'm surprised it didn't say anything about foot faulting. He didn't discover my foot faults yet.
From serving
the
foot
foot faulting,
Yeah,
man.
foot fault.
I can't,
Because in my defense, I grew up playing only
Short
at
court.
outrigger. You can foot fault because we only have 3.5, 4 feet, and you go sideways. As long as your foot goes under, you're good.
That
So
doesn't make it right.
Feels good for me to slide my foot under the
Oh, jeez.
tape. It used to.
And when
And
I heard
he
that
would
whistle,
go
when I
crazy.
hear the whistle on a foot fault, I don't think in my entire indoor or beach career have I ever foot faulted. And I'm like, just one does it to me. And I hear the whistle and I look over and they're like pointing at his feet and I'm like, fucking this kid. We actually, dude, we were playing Mexico and they were trying to get in the Olympics. And we're playing them, and we're in Game 3. Remember this in Cincinnati?
Oh, yeah.
In Cincinnati, Ontiveros and
Virgin.
yeah. In Game
we always
3,
battled them.
heated battle. Yeah, we always did. And they're trying to get to the Olympics, and we're just, we're trying to, but they're like, this is a huge tournament.
Yeah.
Game 3, we're up 15-14. We're up, and they go Ontiveros, the smaller one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes to serve. Standing at the line, he serves a ball, and I hear the whistle, and I'm like, we stop, and they're calling a foot fault. And he, not a jump, standing there,
God.
standing
On match
there
point?
on match point.
Feet under the
And
line.
he somehow foot faulted just standing. Like I didn't even see him move, and they called it, and I'm like, how does that happen? We're just like, yeah. Let's get off the court. Get off the court. Grab your bags. Let's go. Yeah, but I mean that was crazy to me. But this kid, man, giving me a heart attack.
Yeah. I learned.
Well, if there's one thing we can take away from the pod: don't foot
Foot
fault
fault.
ever.
Yeah.
And don't pokey unless you know how, please.
Yeah, that's fair. I learned how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Shoots,
times.
guys.
Thanks.
Shoots.
Let's fire with the Barbie.
Oh, I gotta go down.